let's jump back into it. How's everyone doing tonight? Okay. I'm doing all right. Got to see a friend today, so that's always nice when 75% of your time is spent at home. We persevere. That we do, Cleo. Okay, so we found where the Book of Lost Memories for the Rebirth ending is, but we aren't going to pick it up because we don't want to potentially override the Stillness ending. Which, speaking of which, we discovered the last of the notes and code that we needed to find for the Stillness ending. These numbers that we've been seeing on each of these notes are numbers for a combination lock on a safe that we won't be able to open until we get to, until we get past room 312. Let me put it that way. I don't know why I'm being so cagey when this has been the spoiler playthrough all along, but yeah, as a reminder, we found this, what seems to be a book of who's staying and for how long, and JS, apparently, is staying indefinitely. And is the rent due? No, it's been paid in full. Not ominous in the slightest. Okay. So, the main puzzle here of the hotel is the music box. This was a puzzle that was in the original as well, although it wasn't quite as complicated, if I recall it correctly. So what do we have item-wise? Got a room 2102, room 312, got the rotten apple, got the obsidian globule. Yeah, these are the, okay, so the rest of this stuff is all for endings. Okay. We are not doing the UFO ending, unfortunately, for anyone who is excited for that, even though we have the gem. Just who has the time? But since we saw Laura run into this room over here, I think I already grabbed whatever was here in the bar. Yeah, because this leads back to the room that the Book of Lost Memories is in. How's the volume? Can everyone hear me all right? Can everyone hear the game all right? Is there any sort of imbalance? Please let me know. Yeah, Cleo's got the UFO ending. Which, for those who haven't been following her on Tumblr and on Patreon, at Cleo Linda, and also at beneath-the-null-moon on Tumblr, Cleo's been doing her own commentary where she digs a lot deeper into like the paintings and minute details that Bloober Team put into this game, and also just a lot of the different story stuff that I have been less focused on. I've been focused on the music of things. Ah, damn. I was pretty proud of myself for attack. Dodging that first attack from the mannequin. This guy was looking They got me anyway. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about me, Brandon. You seem busy. Just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to be as methodical as possible about this in true Ian Doherty fashion. And let's start from the top and work our way down. Oh. Yeah. know what I just wildly thought of, as it was spitting its vomit out at me, or acid, or whatever it is? I thought of Mason Verger in Hannibal going, "Spitters are quitters." Just a pleasant memory. Now, this is the part of the game where everyone who plays this thinks like, okay, I've dealt with all this stuff before, and it shouldn't be freaking me out as much. And yet the mannequins still seem to get you. So many places where they just managed to hide. It was in this corner. I was like, no, I did a good sweep, right? Nope. They will find every nook and cranny to hide in. Oh, we've got a note here. You see nothing in there. There's nothing over here. Nothing in there. That door was locked. So we have an open suitcase with a black button-down shirt or polo and black pants, black belt, not the karate kind, and a note. In loving memory of Sean Mitchell, family regret to inform you of his passing. The funeral service will be held at St. Stella Church in Southvale, intersection of Nathan Ave and Neely Street, at 11 a.m. Following the service, we will hold a small reception at Sean's family home. I'm actually interested if you can find St. Stella's Church on the map of Southvale. Go this way. Woodside, Blue Creek, Brookhaven. Here's East Southvale, where they say Nathan Street or Nathan Ave. Yeah, it's not named on the map, I don't think. Nathan Ave and Neely Street, intersection of Nathan Ave and Neely Street. It's the labyrinth, the prison. It's like equidistant from either end of the. So Nathan Ave and Neely Street. So it must have been at the top of that intersection there. But obviously we weren't able to enter it. Interesting. So Cleo, you mentioned that there was a Sean guard with cigarettes in the prison. What's up with that? I was looking through the notes from the prison, and or at least I was looking on the Lost Memory, or the one of the Silent Hill fan sites that collects this stuff for the notes, and I didn't find a Sean, but yeah. Oh, right as you walk in on the table. Okay, gotcha. Interesting. Yeah. If nothing else, I liked the theory that you had, Cleo, about, I mean, anything, yeah, it's on note. It's not one that you can pick up, I suppose, or, but Cleo, I liked your theory that, like, even just the mention of a funeral, since James's mind is already starting to peel back the layers of deception that he's put there, even just the mention of a funeral might get him thinking, like, wait, yeah, was there a funeral for Mary? If she died 3 years ago, she should have had a funeral, right? Do I remember a funeral? 102. The door? No. Needle. In the bathroom? No. Got a teddy bear, Angela's teddy bear, perhaps. Okay. I'm going so careful now because I don't want to be made a fool of on stream. But I mean, that's half the fun of watching streamers play games like this, is seeing them freak out at stuff. So it's good content. Oh, I hate that word. So what was the significance of having a room to 102? A key to room 102, like, where did I pick that up? Yep. Well, I was going this way anyway. Was it along with a note? I can't remember. I should have watched the end of my stream last time. But yeah, it's not like there was a key item in this room, so why was it locked? Other than, hey there, teddy bear. You've seen better days, haven't you? Lost an arm, and you got an X over the place where traditionally we think of the heart being. Did you have a cardiectomy as well? Okay, now we've got this traversal down here. Cleo, the teddy bears seem to indicate some presence connection to either Laura or Angela, and they're both here. That's true. I've got a television set. I shouldn't whisper. Wait. Okay. Alright. Anything? That's another thing I noticed while watching your playthrough, Cleo. There's a lot of disappointment when it comes to medicine cabinets and items in this hotel. Okay. Alright. So we unlocked that door. There's stuff out here, right? Yes. Nothing through here. Nothing over here. Something else I'll mention is, unless we get to room 312 tonight, probably won't have a ton of music stuff to talk about. Which is why I've got my notes up on my right-hand monitor rather than where I usually have them over on my left-hand monitor, because right-hand monitor is where I moved my piano setup, and if I'm not going to be using it, then I can just have my notes up at all times and not have to juggle windows. One of the things I did want to bring up is I haven't talked at all in any of these videos about Arkadiusz Rakovsky, the sound director, audio director for the Silent Hill 2 remake, and was like Bloober Team's house composer up until recently. I think Kronos is the last thing that he worked on for them, but he and the sound team at Bloober really deserve a lot of praise for their work on the remake as well. I know that they were involved with the re-recording of the soundtrack. It's been a little fuzzy as to how much involvement they had, or on a compositional level, I think everything is still Akira Yamaoka's, except for maybe a lot of the like more atmospheric, like atonal stuff, or like Right Now in the Other World, because I feel like Akira Yamaoka's written enough of that at this point. That's the way that they've divvied up the soundtrack work for the upcoming Silent Hill F, where he's writing all the music for the fog world, quote unquote, and they have another couple of people writing all the music for the other world. Oh, you just wanted to wait. Hey there. Oh. Oh, there's two of them. There's two of them. Well, there's only one of me. Deleted. Nope! Okay, I should actually use my weapons. I don't know why I felt like going strong, hard melee to start off with. I've got so many bullets. Right? Yeah. I've got so many bullets. And I should heal. Okay. Oh no. Using the back way has disrupted my methodical. Well, no, it's not. I'm still going in an order of sorts. I do not have a key for this door, do I? 107. Okay. Let's check out the utility room. Oh, is this where there's that? Yeah, this is where there's that note about Hedera Helix seems to have some kind of pest separate from the rest of the plants or they'll all die. Which Hedera Helix, I believe, is poison ivy or some sort of ivy or poisonous plant. I think it might just be a regular ivy, but it says specifically it's got some kind of pest. Cleo and I had this is one of the deep dives that we did in our email chain, just trying to figure out, but what does it mean? The key to the sunrise wing. Yeah, Hedera Helix is just common ivy, which you'll notice outside is covering a lot of the hotel and grounds and stuff. So if there's a pest and it's killing everything, which look at all these dead plants. Even in James's fantasy otherworld version of the hotel, things are dead and dying. English ivy. Gotcha. And yeah, separate from the rest of the plants or they'll all die. One of the theories that Cleo and I had, I think, was that it's referring to James. And it's like, oh, we know James is a killer, so you got to separate him from the healthy people or they'll all die. Ivy can choke trees. Ah. Yeah, Ivy's one of those plants that it is very pretty, but depending on the ivy, can be very destructive. I've got ivy covering my backyard right now, and I have not dealt with it properly. Okay, nothing there. Is this where I came from? I didn't come in here yet, did I? No, yeah, this is where I came from. Okay. This is... Oh! Yeah, I already came through here. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be that kind of night. It's just... As I mentioned in our email chain, there is so much hotel in this hotel. I really want to see, like, if I'm actively trying to spot the enemies and stuff, will they get the drop on me as much? I think I always expect one of them to be, like, hiding in the bathtub or something, and I think there may only be, like, one bathroom that a mannequin is actually hiding in, if any. Alright, we got the aftermath photo. What could that be? Yeah, at first I was like, oh, it almost looks like an angel wing, but now it almost looks, it looks like we're seeing the inside of an object that was hollow and broken. Kind of, maybe. I might be wrong about that. Like, it's not the inside of a... It's not the inside of a lighter, is it? I mean, that curve does not suggest lighter, but... I mean, if it was a lighter, then there would be some significance to aftermath. Torn paper? I'm not sure. Like, to me, there's that, like... let me see if I can point, like... hold on. If you look at that, like, piece to the upper left with the curve, in the upper left part of that piece, it almost looks like we're seeing the edge of, like, the bottom of an object, like, coming forward, wrapping around this way, kind of. I'm not sure. You're on your phone, so it's very small. So yeah, might have a little difficulty there. Okay. What do we got around here? We got someone. Oh, maybe it was the top of a broken bottle? This broken bottle? Huh. We got the cigarettes. Someone was having a bender of some sort. Yeah, this is why I think we're not gonna get to room 312 tonight. Is like I really want to look at all the environmental storytelling that they're doing and see what we can divine from it all. Yeah, whoever was staying here, it might have been multiple people with, like, the number of glasses on the table. But something happened. So, like, things were thrown on the floor. They left in a hurry, possibly. Or they just didn't care about folding up the bed sheets. Pillow got thrown over here. Honestly, I'm wondering... It feels like there might have been multiple people in here and they had a fight with the way things are kind of... It looks like they kind of, like, thrown about the room. And jeez, look at how many bottles there are. Pillow thrown over here. Cigarettes everywhere. Jeez. Okay. I think that's all the rooms here on this side of the first floor. We cannot currently get into the employee section, but we do have the key to the sunrise wing, sunset wing. Somebody let alcohol shatter their life indeed. Okay. So now we're going upstairs. One of the things I want people to keep an eye on is... look at this. First of all, just look at this beautiful staircase with all these paintings that Cleo's going to spend so much time researching. Taking one for the team in that way. We've also got this little area here. Oh, those cigs in the room right across from a no smoking sign. Yeah, you're right, Andy. This little viewpoint, I think, is to indicate, hey, there's a puzzle later that needs a light bulb. It's out in the garden. And we've got Laura, we assume, has unfogged part of the window. I really gotta wonder what Laura sees when she's in here. Did she even unfog that window? Yeah. Look at this staircase. Remember it. Remember it well. Sunrise wing. Rooms 201 to 210. Reading room. Okay, I believe this is the side that we have a key for. Yes, the sunrise wing. And we got the autosave because we got the spider mannequins back. Spider-Mans. Spider-Mans. All right. Didn't disturb you. And where does this lead? Oh! The mannequin room. Okay. I will never get over how well paced these areas are, where even when you're like, they're not gonna get me, I've played this game, this is my third time playing this game, it's still like, oh, but I just watched Cleo go through this area before, nothing can scare me except for doorway jump scare. And this is the room where there are a bunch of like mannequins standing around, but only one actually live mannequin that I have almost 200 bullets to drop with. How wild would that be if I just wasted 200 bullets on a single mannequin? Okay, I don't want to go there yet. I am going to go into the hall. And I am going to deal with this thing. And then I think there's a second one when you get around the corner. See, this one I'm prepared for. There's no way it's going to get the jump on me. Got red ribbon here. Oh, no, it's a red robe, like bathrobe or silk robe with its belt over here. And red shoes, red heels. Yeah, it's a robe, not a dress, right? Room 202. Oh, you're sneaking around here somewhere. Is that you? Right there? Yes! Gotcha! Don't you dare get back up. Oh, Cleo, you think we see one of those red robes in Heaven's Night? Well, perhaps someone was having a good time off premises then. I have the rotten apple, so the bright red apple is the one that's in here. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. I don't think it's called healthy apple. Or yeah, I think I mentioned last stream. Like, I don't think I picked up the rotten apple on my first playthrough. Yeah, there it is. And there's a mannequin right behind this blind thing. Come on, don't do this to me now. Frame rate. Ripe apple. Oh, this is kind of a Maria room, I suppose. I know there's another mannequin in here. Okay. It's probably triggered by me grabbing the apple. There you are. Ah. Frame rate! Come on. Go! Dodge. Just spam the dodge button. Yeah, this is the Maria room, whereas the rotten apple we found out in the garden. Okay, we're doing okay. We're doing fine. Okay, let's head out to the nurse's office. Or do we want to hit all this? Yeah, let's head out to the nurse's office. Follow the trail. It's been laid out for us for a moment. That will give us the sunset wing. I heard the little squelch. What could possibly be in the nurse's office? I wonder. The nurses really like to forecast their presence. And, rightly so, because their noses are disgusting and incredibly unsettling. Ah! Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. Ow. Stop it. Stop it! It's only been 2 weeks since I last played, but I've already, like, forgotten the rhythm of all this, where it's like, shoot the knee out, and then hit the melee weapon. Come on, Ian. Medical record. Patient MSS. We can only assume they're referring to Mary Shepherd Sunderland. Yeah, I think a lot of the these items that we're finding in the this otherworld version of the hotel, this fake nice version of the hotel, are the truth starting to bleed in. Like, oh, a funeral invitation. Oh, the patient records for MSS. I remember when I was doing my first playthrough of this, I remember, if you're still in chat, Andy, you asking, like, wait, why can't we open it? It's like, well, there are a few possible reasons for that. One, maybe they just wanted to have the thing there. I remember at the time I theorized maybe we'll be able to open it in the otherworld version of the hotel later, when the hotel changes. But now it might just be because he can't open it. He doesn't want to open it. We've got this unsettling music playing in the background. One of my stray bullets took out that glass. Any other stuff we can get in here? I'm not seeing anything. I don't feel the compulsive need to break all the glass. I'm not Fred Durst. Not tonight, anyway. On the other hand, oh, come on. From Cleo, I wonder if it's also symbolic of, well, she didn't die of that diagnosis. Very true. So, should be able to open this from this side. Okay. Since we're over here, we may as well explore this entire wing. Because again, I get the feeling that's sort of the way that they've laid things out. Do a quick sweep of this area because we come back here. It's got a dead end. Employee elevator. Right now we don't have the key for it. It's the nurse's office. You just came from there. What's around this side? Okay, 211 to 217. Oh, and we can even go upstairs here. Well, in the spirit of sticking to our right wall. Actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna explore the rest of the second floor first. Oh, you! I just killed you. Stay down. You are one hardy nurse. You're making my frame rate freak out. Stop it. Oh, you're not sneaky. Did you just open a door? Ah, there's another one, that's right. Come on. All of the fucking misdirection. Just... I gotta hand it to them, but I also can still be mad at them. Now I am gonna start breaking stuff to blow off some steam. It's happening. The Fred Durstening. Give me something to break. Fred Durst, I learned just the other day. Trans ally. I believe that was what I learned. I think it was. Aha! There you are. Oh, come on. Another one of you in here. Okay. I'm doing pretty decent with spotting them now when I'm actually looking. Every single medicine cabinet. I feel like they did that on purpose. They were like, oh, you think there's going to be medicine in the medicine cabinet? Nah. But you'll be able to open it. So you'll be disappointed. What book is this here? Nothing on it. It looks like almost maybe like a scrapbook or a ledger of some sort. Got a glimpse of the past. With the Cinderella doll from the original music box puzzle. Okay. Nesting in some sort of closet. Maybe it's electrical. That's why it's got the exclamation point. Is that a door closing or something happening? Okay. The rest of this hallway is blocked off. We're going to be opening 214 from the other side of the door, not from the other world. So while we're here, let's check out the third floor. Let's see what we can see up here. Window covered up, I assume, or something. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, it must be a window that it's blocking. Got those liminal hotel vibes. The conference room, where we'll be having a boss battle later. A mini boss battle. Projector screen. Nothing that we can watch on the projector, unfortunately. Newspaper, blah, blah, blah. Scouting the perimeter. Okay, nothing there. Yes, I'll get to you, fireplace, don't worry. Okay. So, key to 107. Note to staff. Since it's taking you this long to get to the conference room, you might as well drop by room 107. I'm leaving you the key. One of the guests has made quite a mess. All right. Yeah, we don't have a key for the fireplace. That was cleaning staff note number 2. And there will be another one in 107. Keep wanting to say 107.9. It's a radio station in Syracuse. Was cleaning staff note number 1 for be sure to clean up the fireplace in the conference room? Was the key 102 with that one? Alright. Regarding the videotape, glad to inform you that we've recorded and moved to the employee section on the first floor. Okay. Yeah. Laura's letter, Bon Jovi lyrics. Yeah, so this is be sure to clean up the fireplace. Since it's taking you long to get here, you might as well drop by room 107. We're learning that the cleaning staff here, either the cleaning staff is not very dutiful, or whoever runs the cleaning staff is kind of a hard ass. Or whatever. Is that a door opening again? Is that just one of the ambient noises that doesn't actually mean anything? Like that woman screaming in the prison? 319, do not disturb. Hey, Dave! Thanks for the sub. We are in the hotel, the Lakeview Hotel, in Silent Hill 2. Love you too, man. And there's a lot of hotel in this hotel. Okay. Wait a second. Huh? Did I hit any of these doors? Yeah. Why didn't it mark him as... Oh, I was looking at it on... It already transferred over to the second floor. Okay. Second floor map. Because of course it did, because it was like halfway down. So yeah, now we're going to be able to get to 216, 217, 215. And look at all this ivy. Look at all these chickens. Okay, can't get in there. 217, you can't. Oh yeah, another little windy door jump scare in a room full of bird cages for some reason. You'd think like, oh, maybe this room is like the ornitharium or something. I don't know if that's a real word. But no, it's just room 217, where a bunch of birds are being kept. And you hear a bunch of bird noises. And still no medicine in the medicine cabinet. Maybe that's supposed to be symbolic. Like, you're looking for your medicine, but it's not there. No medicine can cure you. Okay. Yeah, we hear all these little flutters of birds, but don't see anything in the cages. That's a pretty safe indicator that something's wrong here. Then we've got this book that we need to get. I wonder if it's possible to just run out of ammo so badly that you can't complete that puzzle. Okay, and then yeah, this all leads over here. 215 will allow us to go back through. There may be a creature in this room. I'm checking my corners. Check your corners, Clarice. Still nothing. Oh, hey. Okay. Hello, controller. My old friend. Hello, darkness, my old friend. It doesn't help that I've got all my chords mismatched and stuff. Okay. Oh, you're just running around. I think that's part of why the creature design in Silent Hill is so effective. It is, like, I think with most enemy AI in video games, it's gotten better and better over the years, and so they've managed to make AI that can work, can be very intelligent and be a real challenge for the player. The scuttling around on the floor is not advantageous to the lying figure in any way. It is literally just there. In fact, it makes it easier to kill them because they can't attack you really, and since they're already on the ground, you can just beat them to a pulp there. It is literally just there to make them creepy and for jump scares. And I respect that. Okay. We're back on the second floor. And we can go down to 107 now. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. And then we'll head over to the back to the sunrise wing. That's very clear. They are it's easier when you're in a closed quarter like I was just in, but like when they're out on the streets or something and they've got a lot of room to move around, then yeah, that can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Hello, creatures. Oh! Reloading! No, another enemy, James. Dodging like a pro. No, they can do that from another position. That's effective. Okay, take a health drink. Alright, so down to 107. Okay. Yeah, it's a good thing they sent the cleaning team here. Note to staff. While you're at it, be sure to sweep up the leaves out in the garden. Then you can get back to the fireplace. Yeah, I feel like this boss is kind of being a dick. Better not let me catch you slacking off. Yeah. Something, or is that just... Yeah, that's just me turning your head. Cleo says, again, my question as to whether everyone in Silent Hill is just raptured. That is a theory that we've talked about. I think we've talked about before on stream, or at least like when we were in East South Vale, all the way at the beginning of the game. You stay out there. I got stuff to do. So, environmental storytelling. What story does this room tell us? Okay. Something happened in here. In here. Hey! We finally found a health drink in a medicine cabinet. What novelty. Oh, hey there. Oh, hi, Mark. Got a weird-looking tree, maybe? The roots of a tree. It's off-kilter. Another disheveled bed sheet. Yeah, they just left the vacuum here. Phone off the hook. They must have like seen that note and we're just like, okay, I guess I'll do that first. Like they started cleaning this area, and then is that mold on the bread? Yeah, that's definitely mold on the bread. Another bottle of wine out here. Hey, lady! There's another one. Our old friend Mannequin. I backed myself into a corner. This is a bad idea. No. I'm gonna dodge and get out somewhere that isn't so closed in. Terrible aim right now. No. I'm just trying to beat the corpse of this mannequin. They're so disgusting. Like, they are so bloody. The otherworld nurses and mannequins. Okay. Anything we can learn from out here? Got broken pot. Clean up the leaves out in the garden. Obviously, like, all these notes are meant to point us to a piece of the puzzle. But, oh, you! Literally just, while you're at it, be sure to sweep the leaves out in the garden. Yeah. Well, maybe people wouldn't be slacking off if you just gave them like a proper to-do list and didn't just string them along. Okay, I'll let you have that one. Okay, I can't get that one again, so I'm guessing it's hopefully going to stay dead. Where did you end up? Oh, there you are. Also, has it gotten foggier out here? Maybe not. Maybe it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. Oh, there's those leaves we were talking about. Man, the longer I stay out here, the more these guys just get back up. This is where our cleaning people's story comes to an end, because this is where we find the fireplace key. Oh dear. Well, something gnarly happened here. Did you kill this nice cleaning person? What did you do with them? Are you the cleaning person? Is this another one of those they look like monsters to you moments? Oh, hey there. I think you're stuck. I'll help you out with that. Oh. You just wanted to play in the leaves. I don't feel good about that one. Got the fireplace key. We've got the key. What other? We've got a few different leads we can follow up on, right? 202, the fireplace. Let's go to 202 rather than go all the way back up to the fireplace. Because we still haven't explored all of the second floor.
Huh.
Okay. Checked out all the stuff down here. Oh, I just had a thought while I'm out here. I wanted to see what this area looks like with the black and white. Okay. Place of memories. How are we inside if we keep it on black and white? It's pretty dark. Not terrible though. Maybe I'll keep this on for a bit. Leads back out there. Okay. Where do I want to go next? Oh, Lakeshore Restaurant. That's where that I shot that book down. Yeah, let's go over there. Also, just for completion's sake. Oh, I can go into the restroom here. Have I ever gone into this restroom? I don't know if I have. I don't recall. Okay, this might be a place where I need to turn it back to color. There's probably nothing in here. Jump scare as I'm leaving the room? Maybe? Something for my troubles? Nothing. Nothing except vibrating controller and frame rates. The black and white feels appropriate for an area like this. Alright. Can opener. Is the piano still in tune? Yes. Music to my ears. Literally rather than metaphorically. I already looked at that. Hitchcock's Rebecca? I haven't seen that one. There are a ton of Hitchcock. I haven't seen it. I didn't realize, like, I learned the other day, Hitchcock did like 54 movies. Something like that. Or maybe more than that. That was the number that he had a cameo in. It was a trivia question on something. Can't remember what. Yeah. Okay, still got that up there. So now we're going to... yeah, because we did everything on the first floor. Yeah. So let's go to room. Let's explore the rest of the second floor. Because there are a few things that are interesting about this side. And I think I will switch it back to color just for the sake of showing off all the beautiful work that the art team did. Wrong tab. Oh, CRT. Outline and posterize. The red dithering. Oh man. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll turn the black and white on for the Bliss ending. That would be fun. Because it is, to me, the most Twilight Zone of the endings. Okay, so first I'm going to save it here. We've got a puzzle. Yeah, we can save over the ruined hallway, I think. I'm going to leave a save open for the cemetery and the shore. Or at least the cemetery, because I can do the Scourge of Toluca Lake whenever. Scourge of Toluca Lake whenever. Is it just me, or do James's eyes look like they're already tearing up a little bit? It seems like they're glistening more than they usually would. Perhaps. Okay. So we've got these spears going into this martyr, I would assume. Is this a real piece of artwork, or is it one that was made specifically for the game? I imagine it's one that was made specifically for the game, but we've got the eagle, the lion, the ox, and an angel figure of some sort with, it looks like its wings torn or like plucked, something. Okay. So we gotta get these books from around the room. The One Who Soared. That one is gonna be The Eagle by Alice Burroughs. Is that an actual Alice Burroughs book? I assume it is. Cleo's saying the puzzle is specifically made for the game because there might be a rearranged version on different difficulty levels. I don't know. I don't know if it was rearranged on hard. I remember playing on hard and stalwart to the end. That's a clear reference to James, or anti-reference. Stalwart to the end. Revelations, a new understanding. That's the angel. And is the fifth one already on there? Or no? The fourth one, I mean. Did I get all four of them? Got the One Who Soared, Stalwart to the End, Revelation. Oh, there's the fourth one. Pride Before the Fall, Leonard E. Nyavos. pride lion. Okay. So we've got the spears in the middle, but they are inverted from where they are on the painting. So if we go back to the painting, yeah, we basically have to flip it upside down or rotate it 180 degrees. So instead of it being eagle, lion, ox, angel, it's going to be angel, ox, lion, eagle. Inventory. Revelations. Angel, ox. Stalwart to the end. Lion. Right before the fall. Eagle. Sword. Got it in one. Yeah, I think the thing that trips people up on that is they want to like mirror it somehow rather than rotate it. Similar to some of the issues we had with the Labyrinth Cube. Here we've got an ominous picture with a red light that is reflecting the area in the next room. Man, look at all these records. That looks normal. Those look like the scribblings of a sound and stable mind. Oh, I wonder if this is for the safe or the combination down in the employee wing that you have to get. This is like a little foreshadowing of that. Because it is a 4-digit code. I was just watching your playthrough, this Cleo, the one that you sent to me. Got some pictures. Room 217. These are clues as to where the items we need for this puzzle are. Got... That is the door to 318, I want to say. That's got all this red paint that makes it look like it's blood, but it's actually paint. And then garden, which is where the light bulb is. So we've got the item from 217, which was the can opener. Now we just need to get the paint and the light bulb. Cleo says, to my knowledge, Alice Burroughs is a current author, but not one significant to the game. The titles are basically made up to correspond to the painting figures, but I haven't gotten fully into this. All right, gotta get rid of this. And yeah, you like if you've played the game on this difficulty before, you can actually solve it. But I'm gonna go through the motions because we kind of have to anyway, I feel like. All right, let's explore the rest of this floor. So this is one of those places where, like, comparing stuff in the remake to the original, I kind of get where some people are coming from when it comes to the sound design in this game versus the original, because Akira Yamaoka, when he was doing sound design for the original game, had areas in most of the original 4 Team Silent games, had areas that were just completely silent. No music, no ambient noises. And I think in most cases it was specifically because there was like a jump scare or something coming up and they really wanted to goose the tension. I think in a lot of cases, like, the ambient environments and music they've added is really cool. But I also, like, watching some of the clips from the original Silent Hill 2, I get it when people are a little disappointed that there aren't more moments of just pure silence, because it is really unnerving. And Kiriyama has talked about in interviews how he actively wanted to have areas like that because he utilized silence itself as an instrument in certain ways. And I get the instinct to, like, with contemporary technology, being able to create these environments and all these sounds and, like, create very areas that feel very alive. Or even just areas where, like, you can have those moments of quiet where there isn't music playing, but you got, like, in South Vale, they have, like, the rain falling, and just being able to sit and listen to that. I was rewatching one of the Bloober Team developer diaries, the one on the sound design. Oh, hello. And South Vale was one of the examples that they gave. Okay, how do I want to do this? Yeah, let's explore this lower area first. That's a vanity mirror with the light bulb. Because there's story stuff in the other rooms, and I don't want to trigger those yet. 201. Got the key for like 202 or something. Oh, okay. Is this where the for some reason I thought the mirror puzzle was in 206 and 207, but I guess it's 201 and 202. So yeah, we've got this just empty table here. What's that all about? And we've got this painting, which, Cleo, you let me know what it was. Oh, it's the Lamia, that's right. Or a reference to Lamia. Hotel room 202. And here we have a mirror. So for those who haven't played this before, or are unfamiliar with it, or want a refresher, the three main puzzles in this area are all based around fairy tales, specifically fairy tale princesses. Little Mermaid, Snow White, and I don't need to put that stuff there yet. And Cinderella. Yeah, a waterhouse painting, that's what Cleo was saying. And this is the Snow White puzzle that my controller is allergic to for some reason. Okay. So we've got mirror, mirror on the wall. Actually, yeah, I want to read. Who's the sweetest of them all? Peel away the shiny skin. See the rotting flesh within. And this is actually one of the puzzles where, depending on what you do, it can affect the ending. First, we gotta reassemble the mirror, though. Okay. This is tricky because I think part of it is the fact, this is something that you were commenting on before, Cleo. You can see James's reflection in the mirror right now, like in the pieces. But yeah, I think part of what makes this tricky is, like, the pieces are like, as you're holding them up, they are raised like three-dimensionally above or in front of the mirror, and so, like, I'm pretty sure this is where this piece goes, but it doesn't line up perfectly because it's like a few inches in front of the mirror if we were looking at it from the side. I have pretty good spatial reasoning, if I do say so myself. As I completely whiff this. No, there it is. Mirror shard. Poor Jack, like, he looked at that highlighted area on the floor and was just like, why can't I grab the last shard? Not realizing that, oh, the shard isn't there, it's in the other room and you have to pick it up. So yeah, I have 2 apples. I have a rotten apple and I have the ripe apple. And if you choose the ripe apple, that's a point towards the Maria ending. If you choose the rotten apple, that's a point towards the leave and the in water ending. And since I'm committed to this idea that we are playing towards the stillness ending, which naturally progresses from the in water ending, I'm going to choose the rotten apple. And that was rather odd. Oh, that's why we can't see our reflection in it anymore, Cleo, because it turns into a portal. Or a window of sorts. You can see into the next room over with the doll on the table, the figurine on the table. Rather than the apple. No, I'm not dealing with you. Or maybe I should. No, I'm not. Because there's things. Okay, this is... I'm going to try to get around the corner fast enough to see those little light explosions that were in the video that you posted the other day, Cleo. We've got our Snow White figurine. So we've completed a puzzle in the other world. And what happens when you complete a puzzle in the other world? Things get worse. Dodging you. I want to see this. No! Damn it! I wanted to see the light explosions because there's... Ah, damn it. I'm just gonna run past. I missed it. Hey, it's just Stevie. Thanks for the follow. Just got the Snow White figurine. I'm assuming, based on your comment, that you are familiar with this game. Where's that last man? There it is. Yeah, we're doing what I am thinking of as a close reading of this video game. Looking at all the details. Figuring out what they could possibly mean while we're not getting it back up. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna back away. Group. Shoot you out. What happened to that? Oh, did he crawl under the traversal? Jeez. You see, I think you killed that lying figure first, Cleo, which is why you didn't have to deal with it when you went out afterwards. I should have done that. I'll get a health drink. Okay, so what do we got in this room? We've got paper cranes, which can mean a lot of things, but I think generally are like a symbol of peace. Are those even cranes? I might be wrong about that. Those are swans, aren't they? Those are paper swans, not cranes. So this is not my first playthrough, Stevie. This is actually my third playthrough. I've been doing this as like a full spoiler playthrough where like from the beginning of the game we've been talking about all the spoilers and so that we can like look at details like stuff like the figurine puzzles and talk about, like, okay, what are the greater implications of what we're seeing here? We've got 3 fairy tales that could possibly represent 3 different endings. Maybe Snow White is supposed to be the in-water ending. Maybe Little Mermaid is supposed to be the Maria ending. Maybe Cinderella is supposed to be the Leave ending. Stuff like that. Like, we're doing the deep dive. I'm not making any illusions about being, like, the authority on any of this stuff. But it's fun to have the discussion. And on top of that, I've also been taking a close look at the music. Because I am a musician and I've loved this soundtrack since the original game came out. I really love what they did with it in the remake, and you can see some of the stuff I've been saying about that stuff on my YouTube channel. It's the same reason I made the Twitch channel. Not going to be talking about much music in this stream tonight, probably, because we're mostly just going to be getting through the hotel and getting up to the room 312, but probably not getting there before 10 o'clock, which is when I usually call it. Yeah, tell me about it, Stevie. Like, it's about time we got not just a decent remake, but also just a decent Silent Hill game. Like, I in general am very generous to the post-Team Silent games. There are things I like about them. There are things I dislike about them. But it was really nice to play this game and be like, oh, I don't even have to equivocate about it. I really, really like this game. It's a beautiful remake, and I'm just so happy we got, like, a Silent Hill game that not just Silent Hill fans were excited about, but, like, people in general. Like, it really seemed to bring a lot more people to the series, which I'm all about, because I'm, number one, more people that like the series, more stuff gets made. Like, we're getting a Silent Hill 1 remake from Bloober Team, which I'm so excited for. And also, just, like, I get really annoyed when people get gatekeepery about stuff, so I'm happy that we're seeing more people find the series and connect with it. Silent Hill flower deliveries, perfect flowers for perfect occasions, are best sellers. Lilies, chrysanthemums, hydrangeas, gardenias, gladioli, carnations, daffodils, hyacinths, violets, roses, orchids, and more. I feel bad for younger generation that never experienced Silent Hill from back in the day. Yeah, it is... Controller. It is disappointing that, aside from, like, Silent Hill 4, none of the earlier games really got proper, like, ports, because the HD collection was a mess and all that. Yeah, and it is also a sort of thing where, like, going back to those games now, it's tough to look at them without the lens of the past 20 years of video game development, where it's like, oh, yeah, the game, like, looking at the graphics back at the time, the voice acting, all that different stuff. At the time, it was, like, cutting edge. Now there are things about it that are a little clunky, questionable. So, yeah. But it's that way with so many different pieces of media. Like, I always think of movies and how some people have a hard time watching older movies because of the difference in, like, film quality, or, like, difference in color and that sort of thing. But yeah, Cleo is a newcomer to the series as an adult, and it's like she and I have been going back and forth about all the things we love about this game. Uh, 20% off for wedding bouquets, call us. So yeah, this is the flower place. This is the first place that we enter in South Vale. And so it's cool that they have that continuity there of the flowers and stuff. I think this is supposed to be that same flower place. Call us 1207 1207. That's not even on there. And also there are a few places where I'm like, did they go with like different number orders than America? So one of the things that I wanted to bring up, this is part of the reason I was talking about the areas of like complete silence in the original Silent Hill games, is here is a moment that has been preserved from the original game, but strikes a little differently when you've got the ambient noises and stuff in the background. Let's go up to this door. Wait, is this the door I think it is? Yes, it is. Now, imagine being in complete and utter silence and then hearing that crying. There's a clip of it on YouTube. But, this is room 208 at the hotel, which we have already determined is very significant in the game. Room 208 in the original Silent Hill 2, it's 213, and room 208 in Woodside Apartments, in the original, 213 in the remake, but they tweak the number so that it looks like it says 208. Is the room where you find the body sitting in front of the TV in Woodside. The room that I called Pyramid Head Crime Scene Investigation. And then 208 is also over the door leading into Maria's jail cell in the labyrinth. But yeah, 208 is either Mary's hospital room number or the room that James and Mary lived in themselves. And this is a detail that's been maintained from the original. 208 in all these locations has a special significance. And the crying, I will say, like, to me, it sounds feminine. It could be masculine. It could be James or Mary. I'm inclined to think it's Mary. Oh, you... Ah. And Cleo and I were having a conversation today about how it could be falling ahead to the hallway conversation we hear of Mary in her hospital room, like. And I think that is probably the intention, and probably why they also included the sign for the flower place, because like that whole conversation starts off with flowers. I don't want any flowers. And so we're seeing more details bleeding into James' illusion. Where am I right now? 209. Okay. So I get everything in here. Okay. We might get to... Well, no, there's still the Mandarin mini-boss battle. We might be able to get to the a couple of the alternate endings tonight if we get to room 312, because I've also got the White Claudia in my inventory, so we can watch the Bliss ending, and the dog key, so we can watch the dog ending. So maybe if we get to room 312 in time, we'll knock those out of the way at the end of this stream, and then watch the actual videotape next stream. Okay, gotten everything on the second floor. Still got to get the paint and the light bulb. Okay, so we got to get up to the third floor. Okay. Quickest way to do that. Oh, but before we do that, we completed a puzzle. Remember at the beginning of the stream when I was like, oh, look at this beautiful staircase. What the fuck happened? Masahiro has confirmed that when James arrives at the Lakeview Hotel before watching the videotape, he is still in the other world. The beautiful version of the hotel that we see is the hotel that he remembers from his mind. But as we get closer to discovering the truth, the illusion starts to slip away. So we've got this broken window now. We've got all the peeling wallpaper. I think that's also what the exploding light bulb is supposed to indicate. The like it's exploding because it's like, oh, the infrastructure, the supernatural infrastructure of this beautiful hotel is starting to deteriorate. Third floor. 214. Okay. Or actually, no, we can go up this way, right? Yes. So we've got a date with a Mandarin. And you know what? It's a special occasion. So I think it's time for why do I not wear their equipment? That's right. It's time for our old friend the chainsaw. And here we find Cinderella. Which I guess this is supposed to be a reference to the part of Cinderella's story where it's like her stepsisters are like, oh, well, you must count all these lentils, and then I think they like kick them into the fire or something. Isn't there something to do with a fireplace in Cinderella, like in the original Grimm fairy tale? Now I'm getting it. Now I'm not sure if I'm just remembering Into the Woods. You wish to go to the festival, the King's Festival. Yeah, I think she collects all the lentils in like a bucket, and then they toss the lentils into the fireplace or something. Cinders. Oh, cinders. Cinders, Cinderella, of course. And I love puns. I should have seen that. Okay. And James is, for whatever reason, going to be preoccupied. And then we've also got the clock. For the clock striking 12. And the magic is deteriorating. There's a connection. Oh, come on.
God damn
There's
it.
a disconnection. Cinderella's magic disappears at the 12th hour. James' illusion is also disappearing. And here we got our Mandarin boss battle, which you can fully just run away from, but I want to actually try to do, because I want to talk about this creature design. I've talked before about how this is also used in Silent Hill 3 as the model for the laser, which is possibly my favorite creature in any of the games. There we go. Make quick work of it with the chainsaw. When you first meet the closer, which I think is possibly, I think is even bigger than the Mandarin, it's in the mall in Silent Hill 3, and they just, like, first of all, you see it, like, devouring a corpse that is literally reused Angela model from Silent Hill 2, because they had to make Silent Hill 3 on such a short turnaround. And that's also part of why they reused the Mandarin model for the closer. But the closer, it just has this larger than life appearance in Silent Hill 3. And when it comes looming out at you out of the darkness in the mall, it's genuinely incredibly unnerving. And I was so disappointed when they didn't make it. Well, we don't talk about Silent Hill Revelations. Not in this house. There's a deleted scene where you get the shadow of a closer, and that's it. I also want to say the lobotomy monster was... It felt like a little bit inspired by the closer with how tall it is and the like kind of long arms it has, but... Oh, that movie. Okay. And now we can't go back in the conference room. But yeah, you can literally just run up to the bookshelf, push it aside, and come into this room, and then you don't have to deal with the Mandarin. Anything in here? No. Anything significant environmental storytelling-wise in this room? No. Okay. Yeah, I realized when I was setting up OBS today that I didn't have the Silent Hill 2 category set up, so maybe more people would be discovering the stream if I had done that. I feel like I had it earlier on, but maybe it reset or something. In any case, I'm glad you found it, Stevie, if you're still here. And yeah, this one, the environmental storytelling is pretty obvious. Blood red paint. So now all we need is the light bulb in the garden, which, do we have that key now? I don't know if we do. Also, I imagine the hotel is going to look even worse now that we've gotten the Cinderella figurine. But I may be wrong about that. Stairwell, it is really our gauge for that. No, we didn't. Do we still have to do the stealth mission before we get the light bulb? This hotel is so big, and there's so many things. I've got the photos. Yeah. Photo one. Oh, wait. I need the bolt cutters. That's what I need. Where are the bolt cutters? Are the bolt cutters in the stealth section? No, because the suitcase has the key to the employee elevator. Okay. Have I missed something in all my meticulousness? Well, first of all, I do actually want to go back up here because I missed a little detail because I've been avoiding that side of the third floor. But if we approach...
Jane!
She's there! But which one? Cleaning stuff. Aha. Ah! You're not even on camera. What are you doing? These, get the bolt cutters, and now we can get the light bulb. Oh, I'm so glad I realized I hadn't gone into this room. Otherwise, there would have been a lot of wandering around for nothing. Elevator here. So now we can go down to the garden. commercials and stuff. Alright. Nah, I don't know that this looks any worse than it did before. It's still just real bad. Maybe it does. I don't know. Went from bad to worse. And now we get to go here. Closed for maintenance. Well, I've got bolt cutters. Maintain that. And we've got our third fish. Large one of the west, tempted by the lure's appeal, failed to resist it. So yeah, I'm almost positive the fountains are supposed to represent the three endings. This one's the Maria ending, the lure. And then there's the one about flying south for the winter, I think, which is supposed to be the leave ending. And then there's one about water, which would be the in water ending. Yeah, we got the fish for Maria ending. We've got, as the cold draws near, they abandon their old nests to return in time. To return in time is interesting, because if this is supposed to represent the leave ending, they abandon their old nests to return in time, it may suggest that the leave ending is not the be-all, end-all. Which we're going to talk a little bit more about when we get to the stillness ending. And then, yeah, lone one of the east, lone, lonely, out of the water's safety, now lost, out of breath. Out of breath, Mary suffocating. Also kind of a reversal of James going into the water and drowning. Also just out of breath because, like, holy crap, we've been running through Silent Hill for like basically 24 hours of real time. It feels like this game takes place over the course of, judging by the sunlight and everything else. The way it's sunset when we arrive at Brookhaven, and then it's nighttime when we leave, and then when we get out of the labyrinth, it seems to be early morning, and there seem to be environmental noises going on that I'm just ignoring. And where's the reading room? I went the wrong direction. Of course I did. Reading room. Puzzle. And the game crashed. Oh dear. Where was my last save? I should have just saved in the reading room right there. Oh no. Send and restart. There were autosaves. There were autosaves. We may not have to call it. Depending on how far back it sends us. I mean, did it autosave after I got the light bulb? I don't know. That's the first time the game has crashed for me in, like, I think maybe since my first playthrough. Now the true horror begins. Yeah. Okay. Let's see where it pops us out. I was literally just in the reading room. I could have saved it right then and there. Yeah, I was like, that noise doesn't make sense right now. And then it was just like, oh, I guess it really didn't make sense. Maybe I need to update Unreal Engine or something. Okay. Where was this? Okay, this was post-Mandarin battle. It's not that far back. get the can. And this. And then I've just got there's a room up here that the bolt cutters are in, the utility room. Okay, yeah. We're not too far back. James! Wow, I got that right in time with it. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. Just slowly picking up the bolt cutters as the mannequin is like coming out at us. Oh, you're dodging. You're bobbing. You're weaving. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I guess it was just something was loading and I hadn't saved, and I don't know. If it does it again, then we may have to call for the night. But I'm hoping it doesn't do it again. That's funny. I'm running lower on health than I would like. Okay. So now we go downstairs, we get the light bulb. Were you just looking at the window? Probably. See, no time at all. I am going to save it when I get to the reading room this time. Yeah, there are creatures outside. But they can't reach me. Maybe you just got a little overexcited. Yeah, let's save over this one, I suppose. Why does it think I want to be out there? Oh, I gotta combine things first, that's right. This is one of those puzzles where it's like, okay, I gotta do this first, and then I can do the light bulb. And then I can do this, and it gives us the solution just in case. And there's a scream. Deed done. Help! That's not ominous at all. Cleo also pointed out to me today that you can also spell dead wife with these, which just makes me think of Pablo Schreiber on the American Gods TV show, Dead Wife. I remember when I first did this puzzle, I was like, Wait, but it's on a mirror, so do I have to do... Is it like done deed? No, I just didn't hit the X button to initiate it. Okay. So now I can go to the employee elevator. I'm going to save first. Because now that I've had a game crash, I'm going to be vigilant. Can you get to the employee elevator on the 3rd floor too? No. Okay. I was just curious. That scream sounds almost like it could be like a combination of Laura and an adult woman scream. And you're having some issues. Oh my gosh. What are you doing? What's going on? Put you out of your misery. Glitched out misery. Okay. I'm sitting so far away from my microphone. I apologize. Okay. Resume. Where are you? I'm not even on the right side of the building, am I? Yeah, I'm still on this side. I need to be on the sunrise wing, whatever's the opposite of this one. Sunset. Sunrise, sunset. Okay. Now we get to genuinely one of the most terrifying parts of the game, because you have none of your weapons. The stealth mission that they've put into the game, which I think is in the original as well. Let's just do a little save. I have reasons to keep all these different saves, but I can probably save over the reception, because it really just matters that I have a reception save before we go into 312. Because then from there I can do the Bliss ending, the dog ending, and the rebirth ending. Which I'm feeling like we are going to get to the dog and Bliss ending tonight, but I might save the videotape for next stream. Okay. I haven't been using my radio anyway, because I've been going for the no radio achievement. Weight limit, 1 person. I feel like there was something more poetic about this in the first game. Like, it was like, there was some clue or like poem in the room saying like, oh, you must unburden your soul and or something. It might have just been an extra indicator to like, hey, no, you actually do have to get rid of all of your items here. Because in the original, it was kind of like a manual 1-by-1 thing. And so I remember trying to go on with like even just the letter in my inventory or Mary's picture, and I don't think it would let you. We've also got a TV that we cannot destroy. That could be symbolic of like, oh, James, you're gonna have to face it. And this is that 4-number combination code for electronic system, or just saying electronic system. Okay. Okay, what else do we got in here? Got the health drink, how kind of them. Got the Lakeview Hotel 7 golden rules for employees. Employees should report for duty on time. Employees should not be absent without valid reason. Employees should report for duty in well-pressed uniforms. Employees should not take off the uniforms while on duty. Employees should maintain a polite and helpful attitude towards the hotel guests. Employees should help maintain a positive public image of the hotel. Employees should immediately hand in any lost items. That's the only part that is really significant for our purposes. handing in any lost items. Because that's what we're going to find out here. A lost item. Is there anything different between that and what's on there? No, we don't have another grief removed thing. I'm Johnny, one hot guy. So some people are saying that this is the reason that the hotel ultimately burns down. Someone leaves this heater on too long or something like that. Because there's no other, like... There's no... like, puzzle significance for that. So I include a detail like that. Okay. So, we're gonna... go to the right... acknowledge that the basement stairs are broken, or that they're locked. Okay. Yeah, that's locked. That's locked. That's locked. Ah, James, looking rough for you. That's locked. Aha. An open door. In the manager's office. And here we get another little hub puzzle. I like how James actually does have like a stealth stance through this whole area. Yeah, we've got to find things to put in these little squares. And then assemble this symbol of Paimon. It's the demon that was in Hereditary. And also, this safe over here. It's not open now. And we can't reach it now. But I'm pretty sure that's the safe that we're going to be going into post room 312 to get the final piece for the stillness ending. What noise was that in my left headphone can? I didn't like it, whatever it was. But yeah, this is the symbol of a demon that was used in the movie Hereditary, which I'm not going to spoil, because I think if you want to see the movie, then I highly recommend it. It is a very well-crafted movie. It is an incredibly disturbing movie, like, granted. But I also finished watching that movie and was like, wow, that was a really good Silent Hill movie. And if you've seen the movie and you are familiar with Silent Hill 1, then you may understand why I say that. Oh, there's something over here to open. Anything? No. Why would you tell me I could open it? Okay, this is another room that was locked or had a door broken, so. We've got the red gemstone and a dartboard. We don't even have our flashlight. Yeah, this part of the game would be tough in black and white. Nothing in there. Oh, that was another box. Man, I might have to turn the gamma up a little bit. It's already so high, though. I can actually see it better on my OBS screen than on the computer monitor that I'm looking through. This computer monitor, I think in general, is pretty dark. Or it's just, its colors are just slightly different than my other monitors. Okay. So, to the laundry room. That's out and to the right. Okay. Oh, hello. Nope. Not moving around. Nothing works. It just won't wash off. Order new sheets. Won't wash off like blood on your hands. Out, damn spot. Shakespeare! Is there something to get in here, or is it just that message? Also, have I gotten all the glimpses of the past? Shelf in the pantry. Where's the pantry? We're coming up on the pantry, right? Okay. I think that's... in room 212. Examine a suitcase on the floor. Oh, that was the Snow White figurine, or whatever it was. Actually, let me look really quick at my checklist. I think I've gotten all the glimpses of the past up until this point. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Pantry's next room over. Get a glimpse of the past there. Going right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, screw you. I'm going! Oh man, I need to drink some water. I'm so bad about remembering to drink water when I'm doing something like this. Time when I should really be doing it more often because of how much talking I'm doing. Snow White. Yes, amongst the apples. Cleo has stuff to say about this painting. This is another Goya, right? But yeah, particularly the fact that it's like Laura's been drawing herself and Mary as rabbits, so seeing them dead is unfortunate. Like, I feel like at this point we've discovered that a good 70-80% of the paintings in this game are Goya or something. This is a part of your video, Cleo, that I just watched this afternoon. So it is very fresh in my mind. Also, I already have the It's Bread achievement, but I'm gonna go and look at the bread anyway because it's bread. And I love that they included a reference to that meme in this game. Like, that's the way you do it. Like, you've got Silent Hill Ascension on one end of the spectrum being like, oh, we've got an emoji that says it's trauma. And it's like, oh my gosh. Like, how much more could you be fucking, what's his name? Hello, my fellow kids. And then you've got this where it's just like a blink and you miss it reference to Silent Hill 3 and the It's Bread meme, and you get an achievement for it if you see it, which is very fun. Yeah, famously there is a moment in Silent Hill 3 where you during the mall sequence actually, you go into a bakery, and like in all of the original Silent Hill games, they didn't have that. Like, you would examine something like that, and it would like the character would narrate something. They kind of got rid of all the internal monologue from this game. But yeah, in Silent Hill 3, you go up to some bread in the bakery, and Heather just says, "It's bread." Oh, crap. Hold on. Come on, climb, James, climb! Okay. And now... jump in through here just so I can regather myself. And that door is blocked, so there's no need for me to check it. I need to go back to the jump box now. I'm doing okay on health. I'm fine. And we run. And then we summon a demon, I guess? Yeah, Cleo and I were trying to figure out, okay, why include the demon reference here? Is it just like a reference to Hereditary or something? Is it meant to be a reference to the Order? Which I think it's probably both. I think or another one was, is it supposed to be a reference to Maria kind of being the devil, but it doesn't really culminate that way with Maria, at least. Even though she is your enemy in your final boss in a couple of the endings. But I do like the idea that perhaps this is a reference to the Order as a way of having that as just more set dressing. Okay, this is upside down. So I need to... that. No. Oh my gosh. They really could have made that highlighting. There we go. I think that's where that's meant to be. And then these are meant to be swapped. So I've got to... Yes. 7414. And it's burnt into the paper, which is another thing that James should be concerned about. I mean, you could make the argument, oh, they just burnt it into the paper with their cigarettes, but more foreshadowing. Or it's 4141. No. 7414. So now we use that code on the safe in the break room. Okay. And we'll be coming back to this room later when the world has transformed. Got the videotape and the basement key. Keypad numbers, memo. Yeah, so. And now we can use the stairs to the basement. After our friend the Mandarin. Oh, that's not even. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Screw it. Keep going. No time. Okay. And I was like, okay, thank goodness we're out of that area with the Mandarins. And then we get more Mandarins! Yay! Honestly, I prefer this section to any other section with the Mandarins because at least this one, you know, they aren't expecting you to attack them or anything. They're expecting you to run away as much as possible. And I may have chosen a poorer way to go. Here we go. Is that the way I needed to go? Oh, liquor storage. there something in the liquor storage room that I need to get? Or no? Are there any bullets or health drinks? No, it doesn't look like it. And come up this way. The path is blocked, so we don't have to worry about the Mandarin while we're solving this puzzle. That door is locked. And get our syringe. There's something else in this room, right? Ah. Key to the Venus bar. Hey, we got an autosave. Sweet. Is there anything over here? Too dark to tell. Oh, yeah, so now we go back out to the kitchen. Okay. Now we're going to use that valve pump again, so you can hear more steam. You asked in that video you sent me, Cleo, like, why do we find that one gem piece just sitting there in the fridge? And I almost wonder if it's a little reference to a puzzle in Silent Hill 1 where on your first playthrough, I don't think it's possible for you to know what you're supposed to do there. There's a fridge that you can clearly open, but if you approach it, tentacle comes out and kills you. You actually have to get a. I don't know if it's that you open it or there's an item in front of it that you need to get, but this tentacle whips its way out of the fridge and kills you. You have to actually get like a padlock or something to lock the kitchen door, the fridge doors shut so that it doesn't kill you. But there is nothing on your first playthrough to indicate that, and I'm wondering if they're going to maintain that in the remake, where it's just like, because they had those moments in the older games where it's just like, no, you're gonna die here, and it's not like you're supposed to die and then you advance. It's like, no, you just die here, and the way you learn how to do this puzzle, the way you learn that there is something here is by dying and having to reload. But yeah, the room is flooded. And we've got our little mermaid figurine. And we've got the jukebox again. Which I think when we come back through here in I keep saying the post-videotape version of the hotel because it's not the other world anymore, but I also don't know that calling it the real hotel is accurate. Yeah, Bloober might even throw an extra spin on it, like, oh, here's the padlock, there's the door, you know what to do with it. You put the padlock on the door, and then a creature like whips out from some other cabinet and kills you. Lures. I'm thinking of both symbolic significance of lures in this story and also of season 1 of Hannibal. Oh, is there something else behind the bar in here? Like a health drink or something? Please? Bueller? No. I'm making things up again. Okay. Save point. let's save. And yeah, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna save this. Save again. I'm for whatever reason I don't want to save over the like final couple of saves from my first playthrough. I don't know what I think I'm going to be doing with it, but okay. So now we've got to get the rest of our items from the employee elevator. And then yeah, so now we've got the added water damage in this area. Because that's the other thing, is like the hotel flooded, or the flooding is supposed to be representative of James's other world, the water. In water. Get our stuff back. And now we can get to room 312. So we're gonna save at reception, and we're gonna watch. Since we've got some time, we're gonna watch a couple of the endings that you can get just at room 312. Can you still use the employee elevator? Oh no. Guess not. Why would they let you do that then? Actually, I'm gonna save down at the reception. Gotta check my checklist really quick. Got that glimpse of the past. Keypad numbers. Yeah. Oh, in the Venus Tears kitchen, there's a strange photo on a drink shelf behind the bar. I knew there was something back there. I'm going back to the Venus Tears bar really quick. I mean, I've already failed at getting the getting all the photos because I missed that one up front. Woodside, even when I checked for it, but I still want to get that. Also, I'm seeing like the jukebox sparking, and I'm like, the jukebox is sparking, there's water on the floor, operation, and this seems like a very dangerous place to be. Better leave. I wonder if those are flowers from Rosewater or from the garden out behind the hotel. Okay. So now let's do the music box puzzle. Because that's right, we still need to do that before we can get to room 312. There's so much stuff in this hotel, oh my gosh. And this puzzle still, like, confuses me. Okay. Okay, so yeah, there are particular ones that go in particular areas. Little Mermaid. Cinderella. Cemetery, leave. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so first we gotta get these to line up right. I think I might have had that right already. Yeah, that's fine. And this one. Oh, this one's got the weird internal one. There we go. So is that? Yeah, that. I think those are all right. So now, now that I've done all of these, I'm pretty sure, are those not right? Because I should be able to. Okay, so they're right. Now it's going to. Yeah. What began with 3, one would soon deplore. 7 kindly souls opened the door. Trading 1 for 2, away she would roam, but the love of 5 would bring her back home. Taunted by the 2, she would toil away, leaving 1 behind. She has found a way. Okay, so 7 kindly souls, that's Snow White. Trading 1 for 2, trading a tail for 2 legs, that's Little Mermaid. Taunted by the two stepsisters. I think this is just a math thing, but for some reason my brain is always like, what began with, is this 7? The love of 5 would bring her back? Is that supposed to be like the angels saying, hey, you can be Seafoam at the end? I don't know. Like, I don't know what, like, the number, what it, so, what began with 3 would soon deplore. What began with 3, 1 would soon deplore. 7 kindly souls opened up the door. So is that just 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Trading 1 for 2 away she would roam, but the love of 5 would bring her back home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Taunted by the 2 she would toil, leaving 1 behind. She has found a way. Okay, so the other numbers don't have anything. I wish I had more to say about this piece of music, because it is a beautiful piece of music, and it's from the original. But it's just a very simple music box piece. I don't know if it has any connections to any of the other music in the game. If I was supposed to be about the Mermaid Sisters. Yeah, I've only read the original version of The Little Mermaid like once, I think. Or it may, and I don't think I even read the whole thing. I think I just read the ending because someone posted on Tumblr. Yeah, we've got our minor 1 chord that we're having this melody over. And then I think this is our 4. It's an interesting piece of music. But unfortunately, I didn't spend a whole ton of time thinking about analysis and stuff because it doesn't play over a scene. I think it's just meant to be a pretty musical box melody. It is very harmonically interesting, but oh, okay. Well then, I guess we'll just go. Okay, so we're gonna do our save, and then we're gonna start hitting endings. Why did I think I could jump over the... I unfortunately don't think I'll be doing the rebirth ending on stream, simply because that one you actually do have to go through the whole boss battles and stuff to get. And I really want to focus on... I don't want people to have to rewatch the boss battle for both the rebirth and stillness ending. But the dog ending and the bliss ending are literally just 3 floors away. So, yeah, I'm gonna save over this reception. So this is our hub save. 28, 48, 53. Man, this is longer than my first playthrough, but I've also been spending all this time talking about stuff. Alright. So, first, a fun ending, I think. I think we've earned that at this point. I'm very tired, and I don't know if that's come through in the... well, there goes my brain, so it's probably come through a little bit. Not in a bad way. Like, I'm still really enjoying the stream, but I have worried that my energy tonight has been a little... I don't know that it's been super low energy. I think it might be less, like, chipper, perhaps, but I do feel like it's put me in a nice sort of dreamlike state for playing a Silent Hill game. And I feel like I've been a little loopier today, which is fine. That can be done in a... Did I get an item? Yeah, I got the 3rd floor key. The 3rd floor hallway. In moderation. That's the phrase I was looking for. So open the 3rd floor key. Hotel is a relatively chill place too. Yeah, like, especially color palette wise. I mean, it's not the oppressive Otherworld. It's not as grimy as any of the other locations until, like, you start solving puzzles. Then it's like, hey, stop it. You're revealing the truth about stuff. Yeah, let's do a fun ending. We got this dog ending key. So, let's do that.
Fuck that shit. Nie. To nie może być prawda.
It's so good. It's like, don't be sad, James. It's not like I put you through so much torment and horror. Hey! I got the radio silence achievement. Sweet. Another piece of music lovingly lifted from the original. Oh, man. Oh. So how are we doing? Yeah, standard, ending, clear 5-8. Total playing time, 20 minutes. Just picked up 65. So I think there's just like, yeah, there's a few notes left in the rest of the game that I have to do to get the notes achievement. This music is just insane. Oh my gosh. The new version of the dog ending from before the patch? Oh, I might have. Is he Is he speaking English in that one, or what's different about it? I forgot. I know that there was like 2 different versions that people have seen. Is there anything? Number of times checked the map, 584. It's not too bad. Total enemy skilled, 408. Shooting, favorite weapon, steel pipe. That's right, Mira turns them into different characters. Okay. Yes, also, for those who don't know, the dog's name is Mira. That is the canonical name of it. You don't get it in the game itself, but all the official materials say... Oh, jeez. Okay. And then we get some Angels Thanatos, but let's not talk about that right now. Okay. So, we're gonna reload from there. And I think I am gonna throw it into black and white for the Bliss ending to give it maximum Twilight Zone effect. So the dog ending, yeah, the dog ending's from the original, and I'm so glad that they kept it. It's basically the same, particularly the close-ups. The slow turn in the control room chair is choice. I fucking love that. It's so good. Is there something on the wall? I keep thinking, is he just looking at the window? Or is he looking at something on the wall? No, he's just looking at the window. Did anything change about outside? No. It still has the light bulb there. That's not accurate. Is that a light? See, reflection. We're not going to stay there. I think there's some graphical issues happening. Third floor. Yes. Oh, yeah, my brain. Do I want to talk about Overdose Delusion? I mean, we've got some time, so maybe I'll take some time to talk about Overdose Delusion after the Bliss ending, so that we aren't just shotgunning all of them after I get the Stillness ending. Because I'm pretty sure Overdose Delusion is what plays after the Bliss ending. And I'm technically not very prepared for it, but it's not a recurring theme throughout the game, so I'm not as concerned about it. And it's a rock song that I've listened to a bunch of times, so I already have stuff off the cuff that I can say about it. Okay. Do I have to drink... Okay, no, I just have to drink it before I put the videotape in. It's room 312. It's free real estate. What? Oh, I'm at the dog room. Observation room. That's why it wasn't working. And these doors aren't available. And they have mercifully blocked off the rest of the third floor so we don't have more hotel to explore. There we go. And yeah, what we're hearing is, oh, if you did the UFO ending, this is where you get the last piece of it. I wonder if I try using it now without having hit it in all the other places, will it do it? I mean, it's definitely glowing, but I don't think I'm going to get it because I didn't hit it in all the other places. Yeah. Okay. So before we put the videotape in, let's take a look at the White Claudia. This will make it all right. For a special time, a special place. White Claudia is a drug from Silent Hill 1 that was used in the Order's rituals. Pretty sure Lisa from the original game got addicted to it. And is another thing that kind of calls into question most of the stuff that you see in Silent Hill 1 in particular. I think that, again, it's a recurring detail. It's a recurring design choice in particularly Silent Hill 1 and 2, but I think also in Silent Hill 3 and 4 to a lesser extent. This idea that there are multiple possibilities for multiple reasons for what you're seeing, multiple interpretations. And I think White Claudia in the original game is supposed to be like, look, we're talking about hell and purgatory. We're talking about like otherworld and real world. We're talking about all this, like Alessa's mind and all this stuff. It could all just be a drug trip. I think that is one of the reasons White Claudia exists in Silent Hill 1 is to be like, hey, it could be aliens. It could be demons. It could be like old gods of some sort. Or it could just genuinely be all in your head. Because it's a pretty trippy game. Here, they've used it as a way to trigger a new ending that Blue Team created specifically for the remake. And I did say before that I was going to switch to black and white for this. Both of the new endings that I don't think the Reddit's gonna like have anything, but yeah, both of the new endings I think are phenomenal additions to the game because they in no way, I don't think they in any way invalidate any of the other endings, and they are also just interesting. Like the Bliss ending in particular is like a completely new take on the story, and it may not be as narratively satisfying as like the main endings. It is a really cool and interesting spin on them, on the story. So let's drink that White Claudia. James looks at his hand. And let's watch the videotape. Which we all know what's on there, so there shouldn't be anything. Oh, hold on. I gotta examine the videotape really quick. It just says Silent Hill on it in Courier New font. Oh, that's a good screenshot for a thumbnail for the Bliss ending. Black and white screenshot of the videotape. Let's do it. I should look up what this piece of music is.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Promise you'll take me again, James.
I promise.
Notice the sound design.
Come on, we need to finish packing.
His voice doesn't sound like it's affected by the videotape quality.
James, honey, did something happen?
Oh, no, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Submitted for your approval. A man, James Sunderland. A wife, dead. Or just on the other side, in another world. In the Twilight Zone. This music is utterly gorgeous, and I'm sorry that I didn't look it up beforehand to talk more about it. And here we've got Overdose Delusion, classic track. Oh wait, no, this is Love Song. I completely messed this up. It's got Love Song. Maybe it is randomized what song you get at the end. Or maybe I'm just misremembering. Overdose Delusion might happen after the Maria ending, actually. So Love Song, I know this is one of your favorites, Cleo. This is one of the rock songs, obviously. Just tasty guitar. If you listen to it with headphones, you can really hear how they took advantage of like just the scope of production that they could have for the remake. Like everything's filled out, panned in an interesting way. And yeah, Andy and I talked in our audio production discussion about just the fact that we got more data space and more room for higher frequencies. The sound overall is a little brighter and fuller. I love that little like synth string or mellotron string they have in the background of that verse. And you can also hear a little like Celeste or music box tone in the chorus here. Or pre-chorus. So this is the chorus. This is not the first time this song has been made. They did a version of it for Silent Hill Book of Memories, the dungeon crawler game they made for PS Vita that was not very successful. And they added lyrics, which was cool, but I'm not a huge fan of the lyrics, and it kind of makes it more epic, and I much prefer this version. Got that 90s rock feel. I even feel like this is right here, this little melody he threw in is like a reference to Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's not in the original version of the song, but it's not the first time he's made a little like melodic reference to another rock song in a solo. Hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no. Yeah, the Book of Memories version of the song, like, I love that they got
Mary Elizabeth McGlynn back to sing on it. And I think Akira Yamaoka might even do the guitar solo on it, and it brings in the theme of Laura melody. But it's again, it's like, it feels like, I love that little. I'm missing stuff talking over it. There are a few places in the rock songs in the remake where they have those like unison moments of the entire band, like bum, ba, da, da. We've got so many guitar layers in this song that give it that vibe. And they just let Akira Yamaoka go off on the guitar on these remake versions of the songs. This one probably has the best guitar solo of any of the songs on the Silent Hill 2 soundtrack. What do they have playing after this? See, my theory was that they played like a few of the different rock songs after each ending, like just in sequence, but it sounds like I'm wrong about that. Ooh. We've got Betrayal. A new version of it. This is not Unhinged Betrayal, but is it Betrayal's Reverie or something like that? There are like multiple versions of the song on the soundtrack. The one used in the actual scene that happens after the videotape room is Unhinged Betrayal. This one is... Let's see, I knew I was going to want to ask Spotify. Oh, come on. Load. But yeah, this uses the same like industrial sounding sample that Akira Yamaoka used for the original version of Betrayal, and it's got that organ stuff to give it. Betrayal's Reverie, I had it right. The chord progression is different. This one I almost like a little bit more than the version they ended up going with in the actual scene coming up, but I might talk more about that when we get to that point. Because they did change the blah, 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 they changed the chord progression that happens during that scene. All right. Here's Overdose Delusion. Yeah, let's talk about this a little bit. We'll wind down the time talking about a few of the rock songs. So this version of the song, it starts off quite different than the original, which I was a little disappointed about at first, because one of the things I love about the version of Overdose Delusion on the original soundtrack is it starts off with organ on top of these guitars, and it's got this much grungier like vibe to it. And as a keyboardist, I love when you hear rock organ at all. But I do really like this version as well, with like these drums that have a lot of movement to them, a lot of tom work, and then the guitar tones are just heavier overall. I've made a lot of playlists with this piece of music on it. We've got the Mellotron strings in the background. Or it might not be Mellotron strings. It sounds like synthesized strings of some sort. Or it might be more just orchestral. Then we've got these like metal guitars rocking the rhythm. With a few minutes we have left, I will say, like, obviously this isn't the end of the playthrough. We just got through a couple of the endings. I'm so glad I
decided to do Bliss with black and white. I thought that was a nice touch. I really love that ending though, and the music in it is so like poignant and yeah. I'll have to look that one up and might do like a separate episode on it. And then we get the tritone. We were talking about the tritone months ago with Maria. Tritones are a metal guitarist's best friend if they want to make stuff that sounds just fucking gnarly. But yeah, next stream we will start off with the actual videotape, and we'll be talking about the 2024 version of True, and then a bunch of other music as we go through the final sequence of the game. This version of Overdose Delusion, because all the rock songs have slightly different names on the remake soundtrack to differentiate them. Overdose Delusion, parentheses, Existence and Truth. I think the ending is like a little extended. Or he just goes off again. More tritones. He's throwing in that Dorian mode note to get more tritones in. He's like, no, we're gonna have tritones on top of the tritones. Yeah, like, he's genuinely a great guitarist. I love his playing. Because he has that combination of blues and metal that I just fucking love. So yeah, next, oh, we got the fucking, it's like a almost blast beat on the drums. Yeah, and the original just does a fade out, but they went for the big rock ending on this one. Okay. What are they gonna play next? Nah, it doesn't matter. We've got other stuff to do. Okay. So, thank you all for hanging out for the stream tonight. This is not the end, despite the black and white. That does just look really cool, especially and so Twilight Zone with that sort of TV there. The next stream will be 2 Wednesdays from now, Wednesday, September 17th. And that may be the final stream, because the rest of the game, honestly, like, you can do it in like an hour. Because you've got the videotape, wandering through the hotel, and then the Twin Pyramid boss fight, and then the hallway conversation, and then the final scene with Mary or Maria, depending on which ending you get. And then boss battle, and then the ending. So I'm hoping that with the 3-hour time span that I give myself, I'll be able to talk about all that stuff. And Angela, yeah, of course, Cleo. How could I forget Angela? And oh, thank you. I'm not a mimic. Have a great night. Yeah, Angela. How could I forget Angela? But yeah, I think with the 3 hours that I have, I was wondering if we were gonna have to split the end of the game into 2 streams, just because there's so much music to talk about next stream. There's True, there's Blank Fairy, there's Betrayal, there's Theme of Laura Repetition, and then there's the boss battles. But I think, considering how little actual game there is in the next sequence, like in terms of stuff you have to do, we might be able to fit it all in one. I might end up going going till like 10:30, 11 o'clock, just so that we don't end up with like a super short stream for the final stream. Or, well, there were other rock songs that will probably play after the Stillness ending that I might want to talk about. We'll see. Yeah, at this point, it's not a question of whether I can or cannot stay late. It's whether or not we want to. But yeah, that will be in 2 weeks, Wednesday, September 17th. This channel, 7 o'clock Eastern, same as always. If you haven't been keeping up with me on YouTube, youtube.com/@idoherty451, I've been posting these playthroughs, and now I've also been clipping the music discussions out as their own videos in a series I'm calling Staying on Theme. The last one that I put up was Ordinary Vanity Solitude, and this coming Monday I'll be putting up the Promise of the Forgotten video, which took a little longer, one because it was Labor Day on Monday and I was away for the weekend, but two because I thought I was done with it. Then I looked at the video and I was like, oh, there's a bunch of music terminology stuff that I didn't provide like on-screen supplemental material for, which I've been trying to do as a way to set those apart from just watching the stream. But I can say pretty confidently now that that video is done and will be coming out at 9 a.m. Eastern on Monday the 8th. Yes. And the following Monday after that, I think will be Laura Plays the Piano, the first version of it. Because we hear in the first scene with Laura just after Blue Creek. And even once the stream is done, I will be continuing to post those until I've clipped all the ones that I can and it's all done. But hopefully by the time that series is done, I will be streaming something else. Silent Hill F is coming out at the end of the month, but I don't know that I want to stream that, simply because I think one of the things that sets my stream apart from a lot of the other Silent Hill streams in particular that you watch is that I am trying to provide like knowledgeable color commentary as someone who has played the game, and talking about spoilers and how the game, the details in the game that as you're playing it reflect the story and stuff. And I can't really do that if it's my first time playing the game. But there are other things that I may want to stream in the interim. I just got Blueprints, which I'd been avoiding because I know it would consume my life if I got it, but I got a taste of it at a bachelor party this weekend, and I was like, oh, I think I want to get it now. I've also talked about doing Silent Hill 4, the original, because they have the complete version of the original game on GOG.com. I've got that. And there are a lot of musical connections between that game and Silent Hill 2, even if there aren't a ton of direct story connections. Although you do have some of those. You got like Frank Sunderland, James's dad, as a superintendent. There are lyrics in the songs that feel like they connect directly to Silent Hill 2, and there's also the presence of Walter Sullivan, but it is not a direct sequel. It's more like oh, what if we did a riff on this specific detail from Silent Hill 2 about Walter Sullivan? But yeah, I'll be talking more about that in the weeks to come. Hope to see you in a couple of weeks for the big finale of this stream. I'm genuinely going to miss it because this has been something I've wanted to do for ages, and I've really been enjoying it. But hopefully it is just the beginning of more great things. And thank you, those of you who have been here from the beginning, or as just part of the journey, even if you just showed up tonight, or just watching it on YouTube. I appreciate anyone who cares enough to check this stuff out, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Alright, I'm rambling now, so I'll say take care, see you in a couple weeks, have a good night.